Hello, Senator Harkin, committee members, and anyone else who may be viewing this presentation. The sexual health of U.S. teens is in a dire state. It is important that we open political discussion regarding why the teen pregnancy rates are so much higher in the United States than in many other industrialized nations. The limits many states set in place for acceptable sex ed curricula reveal U.S. cultural attitudes toward sexuality and show a need not only for advocating new limits, but also for seeking out alternative ways to teach the next generations how to develop healthier relationships and sexual habits. Inadequate sexuality education leads to substandard sexual health among teens, but by taking cues from other nations, reappropriating funds, and creating incentives for comprehensive sexuality education, we can provide healthier outcomes for our nation's youth. Teen pregnancy and STI transmission rates are the best indicators we have for monitoring teen sexual health. Teen pregnancy and births are lower than they have ever been in the U.S. due to increased access to contraception. But, compared with many other developed nations, the United States still has very high rates of teen pregnancy and STI transmission. The U.S. trailing behind other developed countries might be explained by the well-intended, moral approach to sexuality education. Traditionally, abstinence is stressed above all else, and a spontaneous conversation about sexual health issues between an adult and a teen would often be considered inappropriate. On the other hand, the Netherlands, a developed country with low teen pregnancy and STI rates, they integrate sexual health topics into other school subjects and encourage teachers to answer any student questions with full and accurate information. No all-inclusive studies show abstinence-only education to be effective, yet the Pregnancy Assistance Fund continues to provide grants to programs with abstinence-only curricula. The truth is, teens have sex despite abstinence-only education. Alabama and Mississippi, for example, have the highest teen pregnancy rates, and they are also among the most staunch abstinence-only states in the nation. The sad reality is also that teens have the highest reported cases of chlamydia and gonorrhea of all other age groups. This must be remedied. Now, there are some steps the U.S. can take to better this situation. First, we can look at how other developed nations approach sexuality education. We already know how the Netherlands handles it, but France, another country with low teen pregnancy rates, actually mandates sexuality education beginning at age 13, and parents are not allowed to opt out of this education for their teens. Australia began focusing on comprehensive sex education in the 1980s during the rampant spread of HIV/AIDS, and because it was so effective, comprehensive sexuality education is considered the only acceptable way to teach sexual health to teenagers in Australia. Another approach the U.S. could take is to use money from the Pregnancy Assistance Fund to create an incentive for comprehensive sexuality education programs. Basically, rather than providing grants to programs that offer abstinence-only education, the Pregnancy Assistance Fund could provide grants to programs that effectively reduce teen pregnancy and STI transmission. So finally, I urge you, please reallocate the abstinence-only education funds to the programs that are effective in reducing teen pregnancy and STI transmission. Please create a policy that demonstrates awareness of teenage sexuality by addressing that STI prevention and contraception are effective tools for maintaining teen sexual health. And please make this policy provide parents with information and communication strategies, and encourage instruction on how to have healthy relationships and make wiser personal decisions. Most parents, educators, and health professionals want comprehensive sexuality education in schools. Please make a federal policy that reflects and supports this desire. If you still feel hesitant, feel free to take a closer look at these resources. Thank you for taking the time to view this presentation.